What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I appreciate everybody's support. Today I'm going to go over one of the bigger questions that I've been getting in the Discord, and is when is Bitcoin going to top out and when is alt season going to start? And so if you want to hear these kind of information, you like these topics, please hit the like, subscribe. This promotes cryptocurrency as a whole. A lot of crypto YouTubers are getting not pushed to the list for promotions just because it's crypto related and things like that. So by hitting the like button, subscribe, and showing YouTube algorithm, you know the story, but it's promoting crypto in general and getting the news out to more and more people. So and if not, you can always follow me at XRP Veterinarian on Twitter, the Discord link if you want to hop in there, where you can ask me questions and I can send you charts, graphs, go over trades with you, anything like that. All that stuff's in the description here. So this number one question I got kind of goes back to what I look at every day when I start my videos. I always go to CoinMarketCap. Like to give you an idea. It also shows you exactly the time that I record the videos and lets you know like where the market stands. And one of the biggest things that I look at is Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is up here at the top, and it's at 68.3% here. And we're going to go into an actual chart on the Bitcoin dominance to kind of get a better idea. And this is just showing where money is in the crypto space in general. Bitcoin being the big bad boy number one, everybody else being against it. So when we're looking here on CoinMarketCap, we can see the current market cap for all of crypto is at $851 billion right now, which may seem like a shit ton of money, but in reality, it's not much. The market cap of Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all of them, they're in the trillions, right? So Bitcoin by itself is only over about a little over $500 billion, around 581 million. And right now, Bitcoin is trading at $31,373. Ethereum over $1,000. And XRP still sitting in the background around 23.5 cents here. So as far as our biggest gainers and losers, we have our biggest gainers is we have Stellar, a nice counterpart to XRP, seeing nice gains, about 20%. Cardano, one of my favorites, and we have the crypto.com coin, which I do promote, and I do have a referral code, again, in the description if you want to get into crypto. Very, very good exchange that I like, and if you use my referral code, I will get $25 as well as you getting $25 if you buy some of their CRO coin. So if you have any questions on that, please just let me know, but don't feel obligated at all to do that. And the biggest losers is Theta. Theta had a huge pump up. Theta is a coin that I like a lot, and I think it has a lot of future prospect, especially since it has to do with videos and streaming platforms, but also being on the blockchain. But so now that we've kind of started talking about Bitcoin dominance, let's go ahead and go to the Bitcoin dominance chart. So here I have, and if you're in TradingView and you want to look this up yourself, it's called BTC.D. Similar to when we use the, the futures contracts for the CME futures, where it has an exclamation point. This one is just another chart, and it just says BTC.D is its ticker sign. And we can see here at the inception of Bitcoin, its dominance was 100%, right? Makes sense. It was the big crypto. It's the first one. Bitcoin actually just celebrated its birthday yesterday, I believe. So as more and more cryptos came into the space, its dominance fell and came down. Right here at this point here, we can see that this was in December of 2017. This was during the last big rally where Bitcoin's dominance was down. It came up and we struck our high, sell off, and thus we lost dominance. And during this time right here, if we zoom in, this time right here was when the major alt season started. And for those who don't know what alt season is, that is just when Bitcoin, the money that's in Bitcoin, slowly flows out of Bitcoin as its price consolidates or drops and goes into other cryptocurrencies, and then this is their time to shine in a sense. So the reason I bring this chart up is we have a couple different trends that we can kind of examine. Here in the past year and a half, we've been bouncing around in this little zone here, and every time you see red here is when altcoins have taken off. As you see the green going back up, they slow down. As it dropped down, this is when alts went again, and then here recently is when Bitcoin has been taking off. But these trend lines here have been the ones that we've been watching now for a little bit over a year and a half, and Bitcoin just turned previous resistance into support. We jumped up, and we also set a higher high as far as dominance. So, just like we predict how the movement of candles and all that is in other charts, we can do the same thing with this and interpret the information the exact same way. So now that we came across, we can see that Bitcoin's dominance is really high. Now the question is this coming down to confirm support here and then potentially go back up to continue a rally? Very, very possible. Or are we going to crash down below this and then this is the top of Bitcoin? Well, we're at the beginning of a rally, so it's less likely that we are going to drop down below this and then come crashing down and have a huge alt season, right? So it's more likely that we're going to kind of stair step our way down here, just like we did at these other times. And these are weekly candles that I'm looking at. And, we will come down and find support on this line. But the key thing to look at, and what I'm looking for is for when an alt season would actually start, is when we drop below this horizontal line I put here, which is right at 67.7. And the reason why is because this was the line in 2017 during the major bull run. When we got below it, the alt season started. All right, so if you got any questions on this, like I said, feel free to hop in the Discord or message me in the comments, anything that you're curious about. But I definitely think that we're still in bull run territory for Bitcoin. Now, could we have big corrections? Yeah, I definitely expect that. But at the beginning of a bull run, we don't know where the first top is going to be. It could be at 50,000. We could have already seen it, and now we're just fighting to keep what little bit of buying pressure we have. Who knows, right? So let's go ahead and move to this chart. So I know this is a lot of stuff on the screen, but I wanted to elaborate on Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum all together. So on the top here, we have Bitcoin on the 1 week. Below it, we have XRP on the 1 week, and then below that, we have Ethereum on the 1 week. And on the left side here, I have June 12th of 2017 marked. The only reason I picked that date was that was the day when Bitcoin had its first correction in this bull rally, in this bull run of 2017. Now, you could technically count all of these here as little corrections, but this was the first correction that kind of really dropped it down. We had a 37% correction. And from there, we continued up, bouncing on both the daily and the weekly exponential moving averages. So right here at December 11th, we had the weekly candle where we topped out on Bitcoin. This was around just under $20,000. And if you look at the lines below, you can see what happened to XRP and Ethereum right after Bitcoin topped out. Ethereum down here went up another from $600 or $556, $64, all the way up to almost $1,400, or right around $1,400. XRP went from 24 cents all the way up to around $2.50, $3.45 at its very top. And all of this happened right as Bitcoin hit its top, or right here as Bitcoin started to lose its dominance, right? So where does that put us now? Well, ironically enough, XRP right now is at 23.23 cents before it did this breakout. And if we click on it right now, it's at 23 cents, right? Could be coincidence, whatever. If we come back to about right here, Ethereum is at around $1,000, a little bit over that. And if we look right now, Ethereum is exactly where it was at its previous high. But Bitcoin now is at a much higher price than it was when this happened last time. So it's kind of like, well, these two had to catch up to where they were before they could take off. But if Ethereum right now is at the high that it was before and Bitcoin is still growing, in my opinion, Ethereum has 10 times more room to grow. And $3,000 to $4,000 Ethereum is very possible, and $2,500 Ethereum is possible sooner than you think, like a week or two. This is all going to depend on markets and buying pressure and things like that. But the thing that's really curious to me is that XRP is now sitting still at the values it was before it ever did its initial pump. And this is all due to this SEC lawsuit, which I discussed in a previous video, and if you'd like me to go even more in depth, I'd be more than happy to, but not something I'm worried about. It's just suppressed in a sense. So the growing potential for XRP to get back to $3 and then start its actual pump when Bitcoin starts to drop and dominance starts to go down is very, very viable in my opinion. And this is just going off of trends and the past history. All three of these cryptos has improved since this these charts were taken back in 2017. More money is in the space. More people are wanting to get into these cryptos. And, you know, with a little bit of clarity from the SEC and regulations in the US, I mean, these could absolutely go crazy. So the biggest reason I showed this is just once we reach the top, as you can see the lines going down, altcoins finally start to take off once Bitcoin starts to cool off. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So here's Bitcoin on the daily. This is the little chart that I've been following. We've been in this little megaphone pattern, this broadening rising wedge. We've been bouncing around, also finding support on our daily exponential moving average. The thin lines in the background are the Bollinger Bands, and we've been riding the Bollinger Bands on the top pretty closely. So, you know, the point of us coming to a correction is getting sooner and sooner and sooner. But when we're in a bull run, we never know when that's going to happen, right? Right around here, November 25th, we were at, you know, 20,000 again. We thought we were going to get a correction. We did. But we only got it down to 16,000. You know, even me included, I was thinking that we would get a 30% correction before we could go higher, especially hitting a previous all-time high. I was wrong. Many other analysts were. And now look at where we're at now. We came up. And so if this correction was 17%, look at what this correction was. This was almost 20% correction. And we are building back up and potentially going to hold this top previous resistance as now support. So this could still just be this little section in the bull run. But you have to remember, you know, this could flip the other way at any time. So I'm not saying to go enter some crazy longs right now, but we could just stay sideways right here for a little bit before we take off. You know, as the RSI goes, we've come up and touched 85.90, but look, we've been finding support on the 70 or really close to it pretty easily here. And, you know, we're at 75 right now. So let's go ahead and zoom in just a tad. And so this is the 4 hour here. And same exact chart as before, just this has some of my other patterns on top of it that I watch and go for. So I had an ascending channel back here when we were expecting this dump down where we only got 16%. And you can see here, if I extended the channel out, look where we found the bottom of our buying. We found really good support right here, as well as the slow pack moving average. But we broke out of here, a wonderful trade for everyone who was able to take this one. And now we're bouncing around this line and trying to figure out, are we going to get above it or are we going to stay below it? Now anything can happen, lots of people are trying to buy it, but this is, you know, where I hold caution and why I started to take profits on my Bitcoin and moving into alts. And I made another video where I said, took out my Bitcoin and I put it into XRP, and that all comes down to this right here, because let's just say the SEC thing gets thrown out, then everything's back to normal, right? Which asset's undervalued? Let's say the SEC says it's a security. Well, then I might be fucked, right? But that was a risk I'm willing to take, and that's my strategy. So if your strategy is opposite of that or something different, do whatever's comfortable for you. I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice, right? But where are we standing right now? Bitcoin can do anything. It's at a very indecision moment. But we already do know if it came down to here, we got bought up. We got bought up fast. So we'll just have to kind of see where it plays out here. In the US, there's two big things going on in the next 2 days with the election, potential election fraud. When is the stimulus money for like the PPP loans and all these other things going to come out? So lots of things could happen, and one politician could say the wrong thing and this whole thing could go to shit, or one politician could say the good thing and this could all go haywire, right? So, you know, make sure your bags are packed and that you're taking profits, and that's my strategy as far as playing it safe. So that's where I'm at with Bitcoin. If we want to take a quick look at XRP, I posted this on Twitter. This was a falling wedge pattern after the initial sell-off from Coinbase delisting, SEC lawsuit, everything. We had a nice little buyback, came back, rejected, came down. And this little area here is showing me that this was definitely the point that everybody was thinking we wouldn't get above. We got above it, we confirmed it, and then we've continued these beautiful little W here. And now XRP is trying to decide what it's going to do, where it's going to go. And personally, I want it to go up. I'm very bullish from what I see, but it's still only about a 60-40 chance that we go up. And the reason why is because what if that isn't the pattern? What if this is the pattern, or potentially this? If that's the case, we'll still see another sell-off, which we could find support at 16 cents again, our previous low, or we may come down to set a new low at around 12, 11 cents. So we'll kind of have to see how this plays out. I would be more comfortable if we were able to break above this new resistance that we're finding, and then confirm and then go up from there. But either way, this is a measured move of where we would go from this price, and this is going to put us up between 40 and 42 cents above our dreaded 30-cent resistance, as well as back on top of both of our weekly and daily exponential moving averages. So something to look at on XRP. I'm definitely looking to long a position here, but I will definitely be using lower leverage and tighter stop losses just to make sure I don't lose out on what's going on. But again, we can just see that here in the shorter term. I have the hourly out here. You know, it's trying to come up, it's found rejection at places, but it's still holding steady and not having any big sell-offs. This sell-off here was right after Bitcoin started to topple. Thus, you know, alts have to recover as Bitcoin goes down, and then the over recovery is what causes them to shoot up. So we'll see where it goes from here. If you got any questions, please feel free to hit me in the Discord, comments, videos, wherever easier for you. But until then, I will catch you guys in the next one.